So you're thinking about making a move to the Meridian, Idaho area, but you want to make sure that you choose the best neighborhood possible for you and your family so there are no regrets down the road. Well, today I'm going to take you through a full neighborhood community tour of one of my favorites here in Meridian, Bainbridge. Let's go ahead and get into it. What's up guys, I'm Chase Dolan and this is Living in Boise, where I show you what it's like to live, work, and play here in the Boise and greater Treasure Valley area. If this is your first time to the channel, hit that subscribe button down below. That way you are the first to know everything that you need to know about the Boise, Meridian, Eagle, Idaho area. I am a licensed agent up here in the area, so whether you're making a move in 9 days, 9 months, whatever it is, I would love to find a way to help. So call, text, email, whatever I can do. If there's a way that I can help, I would absolutely love to. But let's go ahead and get into the crux of what we're here to talk about today, Bainbridge. So this is a community here in North Meridian that is an absolute stunner. I am a big sucker for these kind of more master planned communities, and this one has a lot to offer the people that live here. When we're talking about the budget and the real estate here in Bainbridge, the median price for all of the homes is going to be around $675,000 as of right now. This specific number isn't all that important, but in comparison to the rest of Meridian, where the median price is around $500,000, this is going to show that Bainbridge isn't going to be incredibly expensive, but it's going to be a little bit higher than the other typical neighborhoods that you'll find in Meridian. Now, with this median price being around $675,000, the highest ones that you're going to see, it's going to get all the way up to the highest priced one that's actually sold has been at $1.28 million. So this will be one of the bigger homes on the bigger lots. You get the deal. If you're looking to kind of just get into the community and you're not super picky about what you need and you're just trying to figure out what budget can actually get you there, here on the lower end, you're probably going to want to be in the high 500,000s. Outside of Cadence, which is the 55 and over kind of active community style, they're going to have some that are a little bit cheaper, but in the all ages portion of the community, you're going to want to be around that high 500s. Bainbridge itself has 390 home sites throughout the entire subdivision. It was built up over about the last decade. There still are some newer options available, but there are no new build opportunities, so everything's going to be on the resale side. But it's a big community at just under 400 home sites, so you're going to have that big master plan community feel. Now, out of those 390 homes, you're going to have a little bit of diversity in the size of homes, style, the builders, the lot sizes, everything. When we're looking at the size of homes, the smallest ones here are going to be around 1,400 square feet, and then the biggest ones are going to be closer to that 4,000 square foot size. And then when we're talking about lot sizes, they're going to be starting around that kind of classic suburban lot feel here in our area. Around 0.16 to 0.18 acres is what you're going to see predominantly throughout. But you're also going to have some options that are closer to that 0.4 acre home site size. So again, you're going to have some bigger homes, bigger lots, and then you're going to have a little bit more of that classic neighborhood suburban style feel. The cool thing about this is, depending on what you're looking for and what you and your family actually need, there are going to be some good options here in Bainbridge. You're not going to be stuck with one type of home, one type of size, anything like that. Now let's talk a little bit about the amenities that are offered to you if you were to live here in Bainbridge. So as you can see here behind me, you're going to have a ton of neighborhood parks. You're going to have this outdoor fitness facility here. But the cool thing is you're going to have a neighborhood pool, and then you're actually going to have 22 community green spaces like the one, again, you can see behind me. And then you're going to have an elementary school actually in the neighborhood with a ton of paths, parks, all sorts of stuff that you can take out your kids, go for a walk. With those 22 community spaces and that 390 home site kind of size, you're going to be able to go out for a walk, really do whatever you want to do and not feel like you're doing the same exact thing day in and day out. Keep the spice of life a little bit more alive. Now, for this video, I don't want to get too into Cadence in the 55 and over community. We're going to focus on the all ages side, but Cadence does offer an indoor pool and spa. It's going to have a fitness facility where you can get personal training. It's going to have a lounge, a clubhouse. It has more of that active community perk to it. If you have any questions at all about that and you're looking for that kind of community, feel free, reach out and I can give you a list of all of those. But today we're going to talk mostly just about Bainbridge itself. Now let's talk about location a little bit. So you all know I love North Meridian, and this one's going to be located just a few minutes away from Walmart, the grocery stores, everything. We're actually right across Chinden from Spurwing and the country club, the golf course. Costco is actually in the same, I guess, kind of portion of the area. It's not in the neighborhood, but you don't actually have to go out into any main roads and such. Bainbridge kind of butts right back up to where Costco is. So it's a really good location close to Orchard Park and Linder. There's all sorts of stuff popping up here in the area. So being out in this part of town is gonna offer you a lot of the stuff that most people are gonna be looking for. Okay, and like I said, there are no new construction homes in this community. So I'm gonna hop over to a screen share. We're not gonna go into anybody's personal homes today, but I wanna show you a few of those example listings that you could see and kind of the type of home that you could find for you and your family here in Bainbridge. So we're gonna hop through a few of those right now. To get started, I'm gonna take you through kind of a map tour of the neighborhood and give you a little bit more context on where everything sits, the location stuff I kind of talked about. Really quick overview just to make sure you got your bearings and you kind of know everything that's in this part of town, especially if this is your first video that you've watched on the North Meridian area. If you've watched a few, this is going to be stuff that you've seen and hear me talk about all the time, but that's because it's important, and it's because it is something that people really do like about our area, is the proximity that you have to these kinds of things. Once I go through that, I'm going to take you through a few of those homes on the inside, show you exactly what you can expect. But when we're looking at Bainbridge, we're going to be, again, in Northwest Meridian, and Bainbridge is basically going to be this portion of the neighborhood. Over here, we're going to have Spurwing. So there was a video on this just last week, so go ahead and check that one out. And then down here, Bainbridge actually intersects with Bridge Tower West, another really great community, very similar in types of builders, everything like that. But you'll see as the fences change, the neighborhood itself will actually alter in. Bainbridge, though, again, one of the things that I absolutely love about this part of town is just the proximity that you have to all of these great retail spaces, restaurants, things to do, everything like that. And it's only growing more and more. We're seeing, especially here, all of this kind of to the left of this Dutch Bros is going to be new pads for retail. There's a new Firehouse Subs going in here. So this is where you're going to have the Costco. You're going to have Burger King, Cafe Rio, a little bank. You're going to have a coffee shop. Right here is a really cool new chicken place, Slim Chickens, the gas for Costco. As you kind of start to come out just a little bit more, you're going to see right across the way, you're going to have the club at Spurwing, which again, you can get a membership anywhere. You don't have to live in the neighborhood. They just get it included in their HOA dues, but members only. It's an actual private premier country club with 2 golf courses. As you're kind of heading down Chinden a little bit, you're going to end up here at Chinden and Linder. So this is where you're going to find, again, more restaurants. You're going to find some of the not the hospitals, the healthcare facilities. You're going to have a bar and grill. You're going to have a couple more options over on this side as well. This is Orchard Park. So this is an area that's growing really, really quickly. So you're going to have an Olive Garden, a Chipotle. You're going to have a Winco, which is kind of our budget grocery store. Meridian Library, Papa Kelsey's has some really good sandwiches. And then across the way, you're going to have Fred Meyer, again, another grocery store, a couple of great restaurants. You're going to have a Pure Bar, place to get your hair cut, all sorts of stuff. Just about, we're literally about 2 to 3 minutes away from your house as you hit down Chinden. So as far as location goes, Bainbridge is going to be pretty tough to beat. And then as you kind of zoom out, you can see that Bainbridge itself is going to be basically here. And then all of the Costco and stuff there, Fred Meyer and Winco, and then the Village and Meridian is only there. So really to get anywhere, you're going to be taking this Chinden Road pretty frequently, but that's where Bainbridge is. So let's go ahead and show you a few of the example homes. As I hop over, what I'm going to do is I'm trying to find you a few that are in that kind of range of diverse types of homes that I mentioned earlier in the video, where we're talking about some are going to be a little bit smaller lots, lower price point, but we're also going to have some that are much, much bigger. We have one that I believe is 3,600 square feet. One of them's on about 1/3 of an acre. Price point's going to be a little bit higher, but it can show you the different possibilities that are out there. So this first one that we're going to be looking at, this one is currently listed for $665,000, 4-bed, 3-bath, just around 2,300 square feet. It does only have a 2-car garage, which out in this part of town isn't rare, but everybody in Meridian for the most part is gonna have a garage. So that's pretty standard, a 2-car. A 3-car garage, as you get out to North Meridian into Eagle, you're gonna start to see 3-car garages pop up a lot more, and that's where you're gonna see the price point go up just a little bit. So this one, As you're looking through, it backs up to a big open space right now, farmland that hasn't been sold yet. As we're going through, you're going to see the entryway with some of that same kind of wood touches throughout. You're going to have the hardwood floors basically throughout everywhere. This is a rug. You're going to have the fireplace, full ceiling height with the shiplap, the nice mantle. As we go through, once it flips around to the kitchen, there we go. You're going to have the very open concept layout. So you're going to have kitchen with the dining room off to the side and then the great room out in front of you. Pretty standard kind of floor plan that we see a lot nowadays. Really good cabinets that go all the way to the ceiling. I love the backsplash that they did, since they did just the metal kind of modern hood. They ran that tile backsplash all the way to the ceiling just to give it to that nice cohesive look. Two-tone cabinets with the island, quartz countertops, some open shelving. As you look in here, you're going to have a double oven here with a microwave. You're going to have fridge and dishwasher, of course. This one also has a gas cooktop, and as you can see kind of here in the extended part of the photo, I guess in the back, you're going to see the wood wrapped with a little bit of molding around all of the doors and windows. Again, just that elevated touch that you should expect to see in this part of town, even at this price point, which relatively is a little bit lower than some of the other homes we've checked out. Master bathroom, you're going to have the dual vanity with the nice big, I love this countertop. It's actually going to be the leathered kind of quartz granite style. You're going to have the backsplash, big mirrors, all sorts of cabinet space that you're going to want. And I love that they threw that in right into the middle of the kitchen. But again, as we're in the kitchen, you'll see everything. Pantry's tucked back there. So this one's not going to have a ton of space. So we're at 2,300 square feet with 4 bedrooms. As we're going through, and something that I talk a lot about is square footage is square footage. 2,300 square feet is the exact same size, whether you have 4 bedrooms, whether you have 2 bedrooms, 7 bedrooms, bonus room, whatever. The square footage can only go so far. So as you get more spaces in a smaller square feet, you're going to start to feel it be a little bit more snug in here. So this dining room, kitchen, this isn't going to be the big kind of grand space. But I can tell you from personal experience of this floor plan, it does not feel tight at all. It is not something that I have people walk out of because they absolutely can't stand it. Master bedroom, you're gonna have a couple of big windows. As you come into the master bathroom, you're gonna have your walk-in actual stand-up shower. This one's gonna be the guest bathroom. Looks like they did tile counters in here. Very interesting flow of the pictures. As we go upstairs, you're going to see that they have this little loft slash truly a tech desk, little place that you could work from home, do kids schooling, anything along those lines. Guest bedrooms are good sizes, a lot of big windows. Laundry room's going to have some cabinetry, shelf or countertop with a sink. You're going to see the washer and dryer tucked back around there. Mud bench here. This is going to be your everyday entry from your garage. And then from the outside, you're going to see that the landscaping, they did a nice little fire pit in the backyard. They still have all of the landscaping from when the home was built. One of the cool things with this one being built in 2020 is this is going to be a much newer home compared to some of the ones in the neighborhood, but you still get the benefit of being in Bainbridge. And I know the photos don't really show it right now this time of year, all the leaves have fallen and everything, but there's some nice big trees, mature landscaping. It really is a lush place. They didn't skimp on that side of things. And then that's going to give you a nice glimpse into what a sunset could look like without those homes behind you at the moment. Covered patio, fully fenced. Here we go. So this one shows a really good way of kind of looking into everything that's available near you. So you're going to have Eagle Island State Park. You're going to have the Duck Alley Fields, river, green belt. Grocery stores are kind of down here. This is going to be Costco. You've got Heroes Park, Kelly Creek Park, Keithburg Legacy Park. That one's actually more like right up here. This home is back here, but that's where I filmed that entire portion of the first part of the video. So it's a really nice park that's in here. So that's going to be the first one. Again, 2020, 2,300 square feet, 4-bed, 3-bath, just under 665,000. And this one's going to be on that standard kind of 0.18 suburban style lot. As we click into the next one, so this one's going to be listed a little bit higher at $730,000. It's a 4-bed, 2.5 baths, so very similar specs on that front. So it's going to be about 300 square feet bigger, around 2,600 square feet. The lot on this one though is going to be much bigger. So we're going to be closer to 1/3 of an acre compared to the 0.18. As you start to click into this one, you're going to see they have the really big fireplace, fully stoned. You're going to have the built-ins on both sides, hardwood floors going throughout from your entry. You still have that big wood wrapped doors, windows. I love the transom window that they did here. This one was built in 2016, so it's going to be about 4 years older than the last one. But you're going to see here what I mentioned with the square feet. So this one has 4 beds, just like the last one did. But this one's going to feel much bigger here in the main area, just because, again, that square footage allows more of that breathing room. So you're going to have a ton of big windows, tall ceilings in the great room. As you come into the kitchen, you're going to have the nice island with the extra pillars. You're going to have big quartz countertop on your island, gas cooktop in the back, double oven, hood going up. You got the same kind of backsplash running all the way to the ceiling. Cabinetry, they chose not to go to the full ceiling, but they did do the kind of crown molding on top, which we do see fairly common. Pantry tucks back here. This is going to take you to your everyday entry. Master bedroom, really nice wood touch on the back. You're going to have the soffit lights. I don't know if that's the right term for inside, but you're going to have the lights hidden kind of above your eave in your actual tray ceiling. This is going to be the lot. So this one's located on a corner, and you're going to see that this big, almost 1/3 of an acre lot is going to give you pretty much all the space that you need. So a ton of grass, plenty of space to do whatever you want, big covered patio. 3-car garage, stucco exterior. You're going to have some nice masonry. Again, they did the curbing, things like that. They just help give you that finished feel in a home. As we continue through, this is just going to be some more photos. You're going to see right there that they put the microwave in the island itself instead of putting it up above here or above the oven. Let's go ahead and click through, and you're going to see appliance shelf, big great room as you walk in. I want to show you all the master bathroom. Okay, and here we go. So here you're going to see you got the soaker tub on this side. You're going to have your dual vanities over here with a big mirror, backsplash, ton of cabinetry and drawers. You're going to have your walk-in closet with a big mirror, ton of storage space. And then right there, you could see as you walk back, it's an actual walk-in shower. So there's not going to be a glass door, anything like that. Very easy to maintain. Our water can be pretty hard up here. So anytime you can get rid of that glass door, it makes your life so easy. If not, we have one. Get a squeegee, get a water softener if you want. But guest bedrooms are a good size, powder bathroom. As we continue to click through, we'll wrap this one up. You can see here, this one actually has an office up at the front, laundry room, everyday entry, covered patio. You get the picture. So this one, it's going to be priced about 70 grand higher than the last one, but you're going to get a much bigger lot, a little bit more space. That's what's going to allow you to give just a little bit more of that elbow room that it felt like. Next one that we're going to walk through, this is going to be the biggest one that we're going to see. So this one's just under 3,700 square feet. So we're going to be looking at about 1,000 square feet bigger than the last one we just saw. This one's priced right at $1 million on the dot, 0.218 acre lot. So a little bit bigger than standard, but nothing special. As we start to click through here, you're going to see it's going to have the 3-car garage, nice brick going all the way around the top, some nice landscaping coming in. Entryway, as you walk in, you're going to be greeted by an office off to your left with the big French doors, big windows, a ton of great wood wrap detail. I love the extra stuff that they do on the bottom. Powder bathroom, as you come into the living space, you're going to have a big kitchen island, a couple of extra cabinets on the side, quartz countertops. You're going to have big backsplash, full height, gas cooktop. You're going to have your microwave and oven tucked back here. They put like a little tech desk here. So this is a great place for your mail, doing your bills. If somebody needs to work from home, It's not anything large, but it is nice, just a little bit more utility in your space. They didn't run the hardwood floors throughout. They did keep it delineated with the carpet. Go ahead and click back through. You're going to see fireplace here with just drywall over the top, but with a nice crown molding touch. They have a ton of built-ins around the sides, dining room, ton of windows. This is going to be your pantry. So the kitchen is kind of where you're looking. It's as if you're looking from the kitchen. So you're going to have your everyday entry with your mud bench. You're going to have your pantry tucked in the back. This is going to be one of the guest bedrooms. As we continue to click through, this is going to be your master with kind of a dual tray ceiling, a little bit of molding, big windows, plenty of space if you couldn't tell. They don't have any side tables or anything, but that is a massive bedroom. Dual vanities, again, have been pretty standard in everything that we've been seeing. Separate soaker tub with a walk-in shower. Walk-in closet here. And then you're going to see, again, guest bedroom, guest bathroom. We'll click through these pretty quick. Laundry room, you're going to still have the shelf. You're going to have the countertops with the cabinets up and down with the rod. Bonus room up top on this one. And then backyard, really well done. You're going to see it still feels really large. Something to always keep in mind is even though this lot is quite a bit smaller than the last one we saw, the backyard might look similarly because that one was a single level. Single levels are going to have much bigger footprints than a two-story because you have to think, even though this one's 3,600 square feet, with 2 stories, basically break that in half, 1,800 square foot home doesn't have a massive footprint. And then as we click through here, this will just be the backyard, again, showing the house. All of the homes in this, it was a Brighton community when it was first developed, so you're going to see some of that level of finishes, the exteriors. They don't try and make it look completely builder grade. Big covered patio. Perfect. And then finally, we're going to go through one more. This is going to be our highest priced one of the day at $1.175. It's a 5-bed, 3-bath, just under 3,100 square feet. So this one's a little bit smaller than the last one, but there's a few things that I want to point out as to why this one would be priced $175,000 higher. First thing, in our valley, single level homes always have a little bit of a premium. It's great for people as you age. It's great for people like me. I don't like walking upstairs. I am just purely lazy. Our last house, I got really tired when my master bedroom especially was up top. You forget your shoes, you forget to put lotion on your face, whatever it is, always having to run back. The single level is something that people really do value out here. So that's going to give you a little bit of a bump to start with. RV garage here, that's going to give a bump over just the standard 3-car. And then this one, again, being a 2018 is a little bit newer. It's also about the same lot, 0.02 acres bigger. So everything there is going to be similar. When we're clicking through with $175,000 higher, even with those things that I already mentioned, you should expect to see better finishes. You should expect to see a little bit higher quality of things, different upgrades. That's what should bring you up to that price point. So as you're clicking through, you're going to see they have this wraparound porch around here. Lush landscaping. All right, so as we come in, you're going to see they added some kind of, goodness, what's the term? Some shiplap, but not the white, just actual rustic shiplap. That's what I'm going for. You're going to have a mud bench here from your entryway. You're going to have a big living space going into a massive kitchen. You're going to have the big cabinets, dining room over to the side, covered patio in the back. As we're looking here, you're going to see the quartz countertops, backsplash going full height. You got cabinets going all the way to the ceiling. You got double oven in the back, wood wrapped island instead of just doing drywall or the cabinet facing. Dining room here. You're going to have wood wrapped windows. This is going to be your master bedroom. So dual vanities, again, quartz countertops. Separate soaker tub. This is going to be bedroom 1. Laundry room here, very similar so far. Garage is going to be, again, big 3-car garage, but one of the bays being an RV bay. So let's see if they show us. They did almost shiplap, it looks like, all throughout their garage. But yeah, then this is where you're going to see the extra tall RV bay. So it's going to give you some more storage. They did a nice little barn door thing in the back. On the side, looks like you get some gardening boxes. Backyard definitely looks a little bit smaller, but again, this is a nice reminder of the last one that we saw. These are almost identical size lots. This backyard is going to feel a heck of a lot smaller than the last one. Just depends on which one do you value more. My opinion, if you need the big square footage, just make sure that your primary is on that main floor. It allows you to live in the home much longer, and frankly, it's your home. Let your kids go upstairs. Covered patio. Let's go ahead and click through, see if that was all of the pictures. You got a storage shed that will come with the property. Looks like they made it almost like a she shed. So that's going to be the home. So this was one that this is a good example of. Nothing about that home felt like it was a $200,000 higher than the last one. As we're clicking through, if you need the single story home, you need the RV garage, this one might jump up your priority list. But if you're just looking for space, you're looking for a certain level of home, anything like that, that's where when we're looking at homes in a specific neighborhood, you can still start to see that range that is possible. Again, that's not meant to say that any of these homes aren't nice, any of these homes are overpriced, anything along those lines. All that this is to kind of show you what those options would be out there. That way, once you decide on a community, that's where we can start to narrow in and actually find the home that works for you. And there you have it. That's going to be Bainbridge here in North Meridian. If you have any questions about this community, any of the new construction, building a home, relocating here to the area, you know the drill. All of my information is down in the description below, so I would love to find a way to help. But until then, I hope that this was helpful. I hope it gave you a little bit of context into one of the good opportunities that we have here in the Meridian, Idaho area. And I will see you all on the next one.